Alright, welcome back everybody, and jumping right into it, we are going to make a cheesecloth ghost. So I have this mixture, about 2 parts Mod Podge and 1 part water, and I'm going to take a cheesecloth and just get it drenched in that mixture. Just make sure you get everything covered and soak it all up, and then I'm going to wring out the excess, the extra, liquid from it. Alright, so now I took a foam ball, some wooden dowels, a vase, and some floral foam. And I'm just going to wrap this with saran wrap. So this is going to be the base of our ghost. And I was trying to have the wooden dowels to give the ghost some arms. But that didn't quite work out for me. You'll see me drape the cheesecloth over it. And I just didn't like the way the arms looked after the cloth was draped over it. And I tried to, play with it and finesse it a little bit, but I ended up getting rid of the arms. Alright, so here I'm just flailing out the bottoms. I'm scrunching the bottoms close together so that it'll give the ghost a good base to stand on once everything is dried. So you'll see that's what it looks like. And I left this to dry for about 2 days. And then right now you'll see me just carefully take that foam ball out from under the cheesecloth. I could have made the mixture a little thicker. I think I made it too runny because, as you see, the cheesecloth is still pretty flexible. And you'll see once I get the ghost standing up on its own, it does kind of lean a little bit. So I think I should have made that mixture a bit thicker, just added a bit more Mod Podge. So now I'm going to take this black felt and I cut out 2 ovals in a circle for some eyes and a mouth. And I'm just going to hot glue those onto the cheesecloth. And here you'll see me decide if I wanted to do a mouth or no mouth, and I ended up adding the mouth. So that's the cheesecloth ghost. You can add some fairy lights under it if you wanted to. So now we're gonna kind of use the same concept as the cheesecloth ghost. We're gonna take a skull from Dollar Tree and an 8x10 picture frame that I also got from Dollar Tree. I'm just gonna put some painter's tape to the back of the skull because I wanted to sit a certain way. So I'm just gonna tape the back of the head to kind of prop it up. And again, I'm just gonna cover that with some plastic wrap. So the same mixture with the Mod Podge and water, and I did have it a little thicker this time, so I added a little bit more Mod Podge to it. But same concept as the ghost, you're going to drench your cheesecloth in that mixture and then drape it over the skull. And then we're just going to drape the excess cheesecloth along the sides of the cardboard there, so it'll fit in the picture frame. And I did layer, I think I did about 4 or 5 layers of the cheesecloth on top of this, just so it was pretty thick. And, you could see the definition of the skull face. So I left that to dry for about 2 days also. And then I'm just going to slowly peel back the cardboard backing and slowly get the skull out of the cheesecloth. All right, so the picture frame wouldn't quite fit around the crunched up cheesecloth, so I did have to cut some parts off of the side just to get it to fit. As you see, I'm sitting here trying to force close the brackets for the back of the picture frame, and whatever parts that wasn't closing, I just hot glued that corner down. And then the excess pieces that I did cut off, I'm just gonna glue those to the outside just to fill in those gaps so you don't see any cardboard. And here's, I call him the picture frame ghost. It's like his head is poking through the picture frame. So I think it's pretty cool. And again, you could probably add like some fairy lights to the inside of it. And here's a profile picture, or frame, sorry. Next up, we're gonna make a door sign. So I'm gonna take this round wooden sign that I got from Michael's. I believe it was 18 inches. And we're just gonna paint this white, paint this all white. And next, you're gonna take some red paint. So you're gonna take your paintbrush, dip it in the red paint, and you're just gonna like pull it back to flick it so it looks like blood splatter. And so next up, I'm gonna paint my hand red. And my idea here is to make it look like a bloody handprint on a window. So I'm just gonna plop my hand down on the sign and slide it down. I did end up repainting my hand and doing it again just so it looked better, like more dramatic. And then I'm just gonna cover this, seal it in with Mod Podge. And I did like about 2 coats of Mod Podge. And next up, I cut out some vinyl using my Cricut, and I cut out the words "Welcome, enter if you dare." So, you just tack that on with transfer tape. You could also hand paint these letters on with a paint pen or whatever if you want to. And then you could also seal it with some like UV acrylic sealer, just so, if you're gonna hang it out on your door. So here's what it looks like hanging up on my door. So next up, I'm gonna try some candle making. So I took a big pot and some candles from Dollar Tree, and I set them in some water. And I set the stove to in between low to medium, and I didn't wait for the water to boil before I put the candles in. I just set them in the pot on the stove and waited for the water to turn on. So it took probably about an hour and a half to 2 hours for the wax to melt. And once it completely melted, you're gonna pull the wick out. And I got these scented wax melts here that I'm gonna put in. So the green ones, I put about 3 of those into the white candles, and I was hoping it was gonna color it. It did a little bit, but you'll see later it didn't color it, not that much. I couldn't find like a good dark green wax melt. And I got those from Dollar Tree also. And I also did the same with the red ones. I threw those like 2 or 3 in the red candles. So to set up my candle, I got a black bowl from Dollar Tree, and I ordered a pack of these skeletons from Amazon. I got this idea from a guy I saw on Pinterest and Instagram, and I can't remember his name right now. Once I do, I'll tag him down below. So just gonna glue the skeleton to the back of, well, not the back, but like, the inside of the bowl. It's gonna make it look like they're taking a bath here. And then I also glued the hands up to the side. All right, so now I'm gonna like try to bend these legs. I think I ended up breaking them anyway. But I wanted the legs to like hang out and cross the feet over, you know, kind of like their legs are hanging out the tub. And, you know, she's just chilling in there. And I glued those onto the bowl also. So here's what she's looking like so far. So those wicks I pulled out from the candles, I'm just gonna hot glue those to the bottom of the candle, well, of the bowl. And then I'm just gonna use a heat resistant glove. You can use an oven mitt if that's all you have. And I'm just gonna pour that hot wax into that bowl. So this bowl took about, I wanna say 1.5 tall candles. And don't laugh at my setup. I tried my best to like hold the wicks up. And one of the wicks ended up coming off of the bottom. So I don't know if I didn't let the hot glue dry enough or what, but that's how my wicks turned out. They are not centered the way I thought they were or how they were when I started it off. It's my first time doing this, so I'm giving myself some grace. So I took a piece of Sherpa blanket that I had left over from a previous project. I just cut a little piece off and I'm gonna glue it to the skeleton's head and twist it up. And my idea was to make it look like a towel on top of her head, but it kind of ended up looking like a George Washington wig, but whatever, y'all get the concept. And I got these little wine glasses off of Amazon, so I'm gonna have her drinking some rosé and I'm gonna glue that to her hand. I also didn't realize her one arm fell into the wax, so that's why it looks red right there, but I did end up fixing it. And for the other candle, I just took some holographic vinyl and cut out witch's brew and just stuck that on that bowl. So here's what they look like. Not too shabby for my first time, but I definitely need some more practice. So next up, I'm gonna take this foam mannequin head I got from Michael's, and I'm gonna spray paint her black. And I got this pack of snakes from Amazon, and I'm gonna spray paint black too. And we're just gonna hot glue these snakes onto her head. If you haven't guessed by now, I am making Medusa. So I'm just gonna take these snakes and hot glue them all over her head. You know, whichever way you kind of want her snakes to lay as her hair, that's how you're going to glue them, or try your best to glue them that way. So she's a little bald headed right now, but we're going to try to fill it in. So I got these glow in the dark snakes from Michael's, and I'm just going to glue those on and fill those in. I probably should have ordered more packs of snakes from Amazon. I kind of underestimated how many I needed. So her hair is a little straggly right now. It's not as full as I would like it to look. So they were like 3 packs of 12. There were packs of 12 and I got 3 packs, and I probably should have gotten like 4 or 5 for a really full look. But I'm just going to glue these glow-in-the-dark snakes like around her neck and kind of in her hair. And here's what she's looking like. This is my little bald-headed Medusa. So next we're going to take a serving tray from Dollar Tree and spray paint that black. So now I got these glasses from Dollar Tree too, and I made them into candles like how I just did the other ones. And I got these flowers from Dollar Tree. So pretty. And I'm just gonna lay them out. This is just gonna be like a centerpiece. FYI, I'm not sure how these glasses hold up with like burning candles. I know you'll see me burn them for the sake of this video, but I would just be careful with like burn time with these, because you don't know if the glass can like break or whatever on you, and I mean it could be a fire hazard. But I am going to show you a different way to design this centerpiece too. So you'll see me just light these candles up, and like for now they held up, but I haven't burned them for like an hour or so to see what will happen. So here's how the centerpiece looks so far. Boo. All right, so now I'm gonna take another skull and I'm just gonna cut a hole in the head. The first hole, you'll see I set too far back, so I did like a second one closer to the front, and I did that with an X-Acto knife. And then I just set like the dark sunflowers in it, and you're just gonna prop the skull up, and then again just rearrange the flowers around it how you like. And I guess also FYI for the other one, just a side note, you could probably just use like some LED candles or just the tall regular candles from Dollar Tree for that previous design. But here's how this one looks with the skull, and just lay the flowers out. And I think that one came out pretty nice too. As always, thank you guys for watching. I'm sorry this video is a little late. Happy Halloween, guys.